Okay, so this is our first video using the flipped classroom model. We're going to do this in class so that we can practice how you should be using these videos so that you get the most out of them. So hopefully you've had metric conversions before. I personally am not that great at math, but I'm going to hopefully teach you a way that you don't have to be good at math in order to know how to do that. So we are going to convert using the metric system, and they're all based on powers of 10. So if you are math smart, unlike me, you know that in order to get from one step on the metric system to the next, you either multiply or divide by 10. This is what scientists use all over the world, as we discussed in the presentation during class. And there's a way that you can remember it. It's called a mnemonic device. And it starts off, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And this is something that you should probably memorize, because on your SOL, they're not going to give you the staircase that you guys will be allowed to use for the first quarter, the one that is posted in the room on the side with our door. So you need to know how to convert within the metric system. So if you're given something in liters, you need to know how to get to milliliters. So here's a good device. It says on your paper to draw a line and add 7 tick marks. I've already made that for you, so it's already there. So just follow along from that. So this should also already be there, but here we have a K for kilo, an H for hecto, a DA for deca. This is the base unit. Deci, like decade, centi, like century, and milli. And down here we have meter, liter, gram, and seconds. These are our metric system units. These are our base units. So they're always going to be like the second letter, and if there's one letter, that means it is the base unit. Okay, so under the line with the tick marks, the first one we're going to fill in is our meter line. So a kilometer, hectometer. So basically all you're doing is you're taking the prefix and you're adding this suffix right here. Okay? This is a decameter, a decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. Decameters aren't really used that often, neither are hectometers or decimeters. These three are going to be the ones that we primarily use. So we're going to do the same thing, but for liters this time. So you take the prefix and you add the base unit in order to make that metric abbreviation. Deca can also be listed as DK. So if you see that, it's not common, but if you do see it, it's possible. Do the same thing for grams, and do the same thing for seconds. Okay, so all we did was take the prefix and attach the suffix. Okay, you cannot convert between the base units. So you can't say how many meters are in a second. That doesn't make any sense. So you're going to be given problems, and you want to look for the unit that has a number. And on your little device, which is the line with the tick marks, you're going to put your pencil on the starting units. Then you're going to move your pencil to the new unit, but count the amount of places that you jump and take note of the direction that you go, left or right. Then you're going to move the decimal in the original number, so the one that was in the problem, the same number of spaces and in the same direction. You may need to add some zeros for placeholders. So we're going to practice. So 56 centimeters, how many millimeters is that? So we want to go to centi, and then we want to go to milli, which is going to be over here. So we move our pencil one space, so we go one jump to the right. So that means that in our original number, which was 56, we're going to take the decimal and go one jump to the right. And you need a 0 there to make a placeholder. So if you go into an area where you don't have any numbers with the decimal, you just add zeros to fill the place. So 56 centimeters is 560 millimeters. All right. We're going to try one more. 7.25 liters. How many kiloliters is that? So the first thing you're going to do is put your pencil on the base unit, because as you'll notice, it's only one letter. And then you're like, where am I supposed to go? Well, it says KL, so that's kiloliters. So that's over here. Okay, so take your pencil, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. 3 jumps to the left. Okay, so in our original number, we need to take our decimal point, the original number, see how it's the original number up here, and move our decimal point 3 jumps to the left. 1, 2, 3. Add zeros once again for your placeholders. So 7.25 liters is 0.00725 kiloliters. And you can always check your work because kilo is like a big unit, so the numbers are going to be smaller. They should always be opposites. So the number, if the number is big, the unit is small. If the number is small, the unit is big. All right, so try this problem on your own. You're starting at 45,000 grams, and you're going to go to milligrams. So put your pencil on that G. So you're going to be going 3 jumps to the right. And that's what you would get, because you need those zeros as placeholders. If you didn't get that, it's okay, we have one more. 5 centimeters to kilometers. So centi to kilo, and we're going with the same base unit, so that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from the original number, there's no decimal, so that's weird. Well, it actually is an invisible decimal. It goes after the 5. So we're going to move this invisible decimal this way. 5 jumps to the left. So here is our invisible decimal. And then we move it 5 jumps to the left, and that is your answer in kilometers. All right, so the rest of them are your practice, and I'll be coming around the room to help you. If you need anything, raise your hand.